if you want to achieve massive big things, you have to face your fears. And you only face your fears once you heal the trauma that was holding you back. Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ankita, your friend over here, back again with another interesting video for all of you. This topic is very deep, and I'm sure this will really help you to question your own thoughts. Sure, most of you have heard about positivity, but I'm not sure if you're aware of the concept toxic positivity. So, what is toxic positivity? In my understanding, it is when you just pretend to be positive, if I tell you in simple words. But why do we do that? Why we don't show our real selves? Reason is because we feel like we will be left out. We have the fear of judgment from people. But understand one thing, emotions are emotions, neither negative nor positive. When you address your feelings and emotion this way, you will see a shift and a change in your life. What it will do is, it will give you a safe space to address whatever you are feeling. So firstly, you need to understand that emotions are emotions. Don't attach any kind of tagline over there that it's negative or it's positive. See, when we experience anything negative, that means there is something that needs to be addressed and healed. If you don't pay attention to that thing, you will see that somewhere you are just hiding it under the rug. But you will never solve and you will never resolve those feelings until and unless you address it. Yes, you have to become aware of your own thoughts, your own feelings, that what is going inside of you. Because what I have seen is, I have came across people who just try to be positive even if they are not feeling from inside. This behavior does it, somewhere is just colliding with the energy. You are not able to express genuinely what you are feeling, and on the other side you are just spreading that mixed kind of a feeling which is not even positive. What you can do to heal from this? Firstly, address it. Have therapy if you feel like, because if you don't have anyone who hold this safe space in your life, you will see that you're struggling to express yourself. Being vulnerable is a gift. I have seen a big shift in my life and my relation, because when you can be yourself in front of anyone, that is the best place and relation to be with anyone. But how that happens? Somewhere, firstly, you have cultivated that connection with yourself. You are not ashamed of showing yourself the way you are. Firstly, you have to accept yourself. This comes from self-acceptance. Unless you don't accept yourself, you will always struggle to connect with people and be there out with others. For that, you have to accept yourself. This is the key to address anything in your life, because until unless you don't accept yourself, no one else will do that. When you start healing yourself, I'll also share the tools which will help you. You will see that you are evolving. You are not afraid of anything in life. And from there, you will see the shift in your life. What I saw is, sometimes just to fit in, people try to be positive. They just talk good about you because they just feel like if they talk good about you, they can be in your life. But this is highly toxic for both the people. Here the person have to take the initiation of being positive even if he is feeling down or she is feeling down, and on the other side the person who that person is talking to seeing the right side. They are just having a sugar coated personality. In this place you will see that sometime when this person whom you are talking to come into the awareness, your relationship will fall. If you want to be in the same page, be vulnerable and express yourself whatever you are feeling. And this is a process. You don't build this vulnerable connection with people overnight. But eventually, as you start showing up whatever you are feeling, you will build a healthy connection. And this, I'm really telling you from my own experience, of relation will really improve. You will see genuine connection coming in your life who hold this safe space. And this will not just help you to build a connection, but this will also help you with the personal development journey, and your all the endeavors will thrive, because now you are having that comfort inside of you. You are not feeling left out, because even if that one person hold that safe space for you, you feel connected and you are not ashamed of showing yourself the way you are. Being unapologetic, you will see that you are not having fear of anything in life. and that is the important thing that you need to have in life. What this behavior does is it breaks you mentally, it disturbs your well-being. You will also see that you're feeling isolated, you're not performing at your best because somewhere those feelings are not addressed. Or it's needed that you see and check in with yourself, are you having these traits and symptoms? Because we all experienced this thing that sometimes we feel something else but we try and pretend something. This is normal, but the more you become self-aware, the more you are unafraid of showing yourself the way you are, you will see that your patterns are shifting, and this is where the healing things come. And what I have seen in my journey is journaling has always helped me. These are the 2 points. I'm also focusing over here. One more point which will really help you over here is, sometimes people just write good things in journal. I have never done that. I have always addressed my issues, my things, my thought, whatever I am experiencing in that particular moment and time in my journal. I know sometimes it can be challenging that someone else can read. If you have this fear that someone else should not read, in a piece of paper, if you don't want to keep the evidence, just tear it and throw it off, flush it out or burn it. But understand those emotions needs to be addressed. Those things needs to come out from inside. So just write it down in a piece of paper if you don't want to keep it in journal. So one thing what I have seen, I was going through my journal 3 years back and I realized the pattern that used to disturb me, the things that used to disturb me doesn't disturb me anymore because I have evidence in my journal. It can be sometimes challenging that someone else should not read, but I'm not afraid of that even if someone do that, because that was the genuine thing I was experiencing at that particular time. So why shall I be afraid of it? Those are the emotion that was troubling me. You know what I found? I was like, Ankita, how can you be bothered about so small thing and silly things? But trust me, back in 2020 and 19 when I started journaling, those small things used to trouble me. It was there. Yes, I have definitely come a long way. That's why that things feel silly to me at that moment. But that was not the case back then. Small little things used to affect me. But now I am in this place where nothing affects me because I have healed from that. I have come a long way. And also this evidence shows that you have grown in your life. You have outgrown so much things. If you tear it, you won't even have evidence to look back and see what was happening in that particular time, because our memory is short-term memory. Even if we feel that we will remember everything, trust me, I don't remember even what I did yesterday. Our memory is that way that it needs that photocopy kind of evidence to see what was happening 1 year back. I go and look at the days, what was happening with me in 21 during this time 22, because I have this habit of journaling and I express myself genuinely, sharing whatever I am feeling. If I'm happy, I'll write down. If I'm sad, I'll write down because it's emotion. I cannot just be like, I'll only write the happy things and I won't write the sad things. Have this compassion for yourself where you are expressing your own feelings, and don't be afraid to write as if bad things should not be written. Nothing is good or bad. It's just an emotion and your own feelings. Why are you running from those things? Address it. I sometimes laugh at myself saying, Ankita, seriously? That day this thing was happening in your life? Those people, those things doesn't even exist. You know what it does? By seeing the evidence that nothing lasts. Even if you're struggling with something, you get over it. So embrace all the feelings and opportunity. Either it's good or bad, just address it and celebrate it. Sometimes even the good things that happens to me, I just relive those moments, seeing like, wow, this was happening at that moment of time. This is the power of journaling. I don't know, there are a lot of ways people do journaling. Sometimes people just write gratitude. I see gratitude thing as a different way of processing, where I just write 4-5 things which I'm grateful for, but that's a different kind of journaling. Over here, the journaling I'm saying is more about a therapy which works as a self-discovery for you. Start doing this and you see some change, if not massive change, but you will see as you keep on doing, your life will evolve and change over the period of time. Also, second thing what I found is talking to yourself in front of mirror and just expressing whatever you're feeling is also a safe place. If you have that connection with yourself where you can talk to yourself as if you're talking to a friend in front of mirror or camera, this also really works. I have done this too. So just try and experiment what works for you. These tools are really amazing that will help you to proceed your own emotion and see what's going inside of you. I want to say and emphasize over here, don't have this behavior of toxic positivity. If you're not feeling like talking to anyone, don't do it, because in that case what you're doing is you're infusing that positivity mixed with negativity, understanding that you are not doing justice to that person, and vice versa. The other person can do to you the same thing. Yes, your intuition will really help you to have this differentiation, what is good and what's not good. If your intuition will guide you that you should listen to it or not. If you take a back step from that communication, that conversation, because it will help both of you. And also I would say start having this safe space in your relation where you are holding this safe space for other person to be yourself, because you will also have a time where that other person will also hold the safe space, because now you both are building the connection where you can be vulnerable, where you can show your side to each other. And if this kind of relation in life, trust me, those are the people you have to nurture and keep those relations throughout your life, because it will help you in all your highs and lows. I have seen, because I have few people who hold this safe space for me, and I do the same thing for them, and I have seen you don't need many people in that case. Only few, 1 or 2 people will be your world, because you will see that you can be yourself. And at times if you don't have that people, you will have this immense strength by yourself that you can be with yourself and you can address those things. Over the period of time, you won't even need people. If you can have this process going on in your life, you will see that you have the inner relation which is stronger than any outer relation. I want to say to all of you, is journey just like any other. Be compassionate, be kind, and be patient with yourself, because it will take some time for you to be there. It will take few years until and unless you don't heal all the traumas that was inside of you, because we all have trauma. Address this and don't run from this. Sometimes we don't show up our real self, but understand, if you have lived here, you are living with trauma, because trauma comes from experience which are great for you, but you need to address and heal that trauma. If you run, you will run throughout your life, but once you face it, once you address it, over the period of time, you will see that you're becoming stronger, and that self-confidence will be reflected in your personality, the way you connect and communicate. I'm sure you can see the change in your own life. Only thing that will help you is don't run from trauma. Understand your own patterns. We all have this toxic positivity patterns, but you need to accept and address it. Then only you can forward and make it work for you. You heal, the more you work upon yourself, you will see the change in your life. And I really wish and pray for you that you overcome this thing, because you have long way to go. If you want to achieve massive big things, you have to face your fears. And you only face your fears once you heal the trauma that was holding you back. This was really a deep insight. Go back to it, listen to it once more if needed, but start practicing this thing, whatever I have shared in this video, because you will see a big shift in your life. You are listening this from someone who have experienced this thing herself. That's why I'm able to tell you that you will see a shift, but you have to be patient with yourself. It will take few years until you don't heal from it, but understand, you will see that the triggers will eventually go. It won't go overnight. You will see the intensity will reduce first, and then over the period of time you will be unbothered. That time you will realize that yes, you have healed from it. It can trigger you, but there will be a time when you won't be triggered. That's the real growth, and that's the indication that you have healed from that past experience and trauma. It can take time. Be patient with yourself. Don't try and rush the process. Again, I'm saying, don't try and rush the process. Take it slow. Eventually you will be there when nothing bothers you. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section if this video helped you, what part of it resonated with you. I'm always looking forward and I'm excited to read your comments and your story. So feel free to share your experience. And if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me to reach to more people and spread this message. Your presence over here truly matters, and it means the world to me. Thanks for your presence. I hope this video was helpful to you some way or the other. Sending you with lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time. Bye-bye.